Hello everybody, Proton here. Welcome to another Dokkan battle video here. It's currently 5:43 in the morning for me, but hey, we're able to release the details for the Fusion Zamasu EZA. Apparently this was released at 4 a.m. We love Minato. Don't we love Minato? Yeah, what a cutie. So Minato had to translate the JP version because they posted the the details of this guy's EZA in on JP, but Global was still behind, it seemed. So as soon as I woke up, I saw this post and was like, oh, well. And then I saw over on YouTube all my feed and things like that about this guy getting the EZA details. And it's like, well, why? It's a little bit too late, Dokkan. Yeah, like learn how the schedules work, please. Exactly. So we got ZAMASU'S EZA. Unfortunately, no Vegeta and Trunks EZA details, which is not great. I was really expecting them to toss out both, but it is what it is. Just like I mentioned, the next video that's gonna come out in about a few hours time, you guys are gonna see that I'm like expressing that there will be the details for Vegeta and Trunks and, you know, ZAMASU'S EZA. But man, kind of a bittersweet moment here, considering the fact that we are jumping in almost to the second week of the celebration, and we expected Vegeta and Trunks and Fusion Zamasu, but we only got Fusion Zamasu. Alright, let's jump into it. I've been stalling for too long. So Worldwide Chaos or Proton category key +4, all stats 170. Not bad. Alright, so let's check the passive here. Activates the entrance animation where there's another Proton category ally on the team. Friendly characters entry, which should be super simple. We got Rose, we got, of course, the new Rose with Black and Zamasu. I think the Zamasu unit as well is also on Proton, like the free-to-play one. I don't know about the free-to-play clone, so I'll have to check. I actually check since I am link leveling them right now. They are not. Okay, just making sure. But this should be fairly simple to get. So receives an additional key per key sphere obtained and changes tech key spheres to rainbow key spheres for 5 turns. Okay, I'm assuming the key sphere change is only for 5 turns. Receives an additional 1 key per key sphere obtained. So he's gonna be supering pretty much constantly. Randomly changes key spheres of a certain type. INT and tech excluded to INT key spheres. He gets 200% attack and defense, and then he gets 30% damage reduction. Okay. Really wanted that a bit higher, but that's fine. When attacking with 12 or more key, we're getting 50% attack and defense, and we're getting an additional super attack. Why only 50? Dang. When attacking with 18 or more key, we're getting an additional 50% attack and defense. Getting attacks effective against all types, and we're tossing an additional super attack. Okay. Now, I haven't checked the super attack effects, which are being a little bit spoiled here. I'm just kidding. But if it does do this, see a massively raise a defense there? That's not bad. So you already got 200% attack and defense, getting 50% attack and defense with the 12 key when attacking with 12 or more key, then the extra 50 with 18 or more key. When attacking with 24 key, you're getting attack and defense plus 100% and performing a guaranteed crit. Gotta make sure to change his in potential system. It's not bad. For every attack received or evaded, this is good, because your boy would love to put some dodges on his characters. It's the same Rose effect, right? Rose does get buffed whenever he gets hit, but of course it's not the same if he dodges the attack. So at least Zamasu has that. He gets damage reduction plus 10% within the turn up to 30. It needs to get hit 3 times. What if I want to tell you that I wanted this permanent Dokkan? Why didn't you do that for me? Why that permanent, bro? He gets key plus 1 up to key plus 5. At least this is permanent. Come on, man. Okay. Every time the character receives 3 or more attacks in battle, or every time the character evades 3 or more attacks in battle, recovers 10% HP at the end of the turn up to once within a turn. Okay. When receiving an unarmed super attack, he has a great chance of nullifying it, countering with tremendous power. Nullifies it and counters with tremendous power with 10 or more key spheres obtained. Huh. Okay, so that's not bad. 10 or more key spheres obtained though. Of course, since he's an orb changer, it'll help out a little bit to make it easier and try to collect these, but we were talking about this yesterday. We were on Ningen's stream and we're like talking or speculating what would they do for the ECAs for these guys, right? You know, the Zamasu had a counter or a notification that he can be able to do, that he can either be able to get it guaranteed or do it the same way that our good old boy TN does it, right? That he has a category restricted counter, basically. So like Kamehameha category characters, he's going to counter it regardless. But this is not bad. You do have to collect a lot of key spheres. But granted, since he's been changing, he's going to be changing key spheres on his intro. And he's also going to get some help on his passive. So it's going to be easier for you to change key spheres. And then try to get all these. And then you're nullifying it guaranteed. It's an unarmed super. The toughest fights in the game that we got right now don't do unarmed super attacks. They only do key blasts. So I'm hopeful that this can be useful maybe later down the line where we get a tough fight or something. So now for the super attack effects here. They greatly raises attack, massively raises defense for 1 turn. Causes colossal damage to the enemy and lowers attack. I'm assuming that, yeah, so it doesn't have the little comma there, so it's going. Both of these effects are for the turn. So it's a 100% raise in defense for the turn, and a 50% raise in attack. And he lowers attack, which is not bad. Massively raises attack. It's a 100% raise in attack, and then 50% raise in defense for 1 turn. Causes colossal damage to the enemy and greatly lowers attack. Alright, I'm seeing the consensus here, and I'm assuming it's because of the whole delay, but like we haven't gotten any like numbers here, like APT guys calculating how much they are going to do, how much damage are they going to cost and things like that. But I really wanted this to be a bit higher, these sections right here. If they could have done 100% attack and defense, then 100% attack and defense, then 200% attack and defense, and then instead of 10% up to 30 would have been 10% up to 50, that would have been much better in my opinion. But it seems to be pretty good, of course. Him massively raising attack on his 18 key with the addition of all this is gonna be really, really good. Unarmed super attacks, we might have to take him into like what? The final stage of the Red Zone Blue Goku and Blue Vegeta, like Red Zone Blue Goku and Red Zone Blue Vegeta, maybe? Like those bosses that can do unarmed super attacks to just test this out, the nullification. HP recovery is pretty good at the end of the turn, that's fine. We do have the Zamasu side of the reversible exchange that can also recover HP under super attack, so some pretty decent HP recovery there. Yeah, you have the 200% attack and defense. I also wish that he was able to get some stats per collecting key. Like, oh, you get, I don't know, 10% attack and defense up to 50 for every, like, keys for your tank, you know? Something like that. Something along those lines. It's not horrible. Not bad. I don't see anything bad with this guy. Again, just the extra stats would have helped out a little bit. Just to make it a little bit more helpful for maybe the team, because now this team is starting to take a little bit of shape. If we go over to our good old boys over in Dokkan Info, if we take a look at super bosses, now this is going to start to take a little bit of shape, right? So of course we will have our boy Rosé, Goku Black, and Zamasu. You know, we have the clones that you guys can be able to add in there, which is also very, very nice. But if you don't want to run the clones, of course, we got the Super ECA for the AGL Rosé, Goku Black, where I cannot freaking find him. There he is. We also got the addition of this guy's temporary buffs here, which also are very, very good. This guy got a Super ECA, which is not bad. You guys can be able to add him to the team. And then now this guy getting his ECA. Gonna be pretty solid, of course, helping out the team. These guys get their Super ECA, bro. Oh, that would be so good. What other options they can do? I don't know. This guy can get an ECA, the side banner unit. But I don't know if they're gonna do that. Yeah, Dokkan, we are missing one more, buddy. We're missing Vegeta and Trunks. You haven't done the post, actually. But we're still waiting for that guy. So maybe they're gonna do it. I don't know. I hope that they do. So that way we can get some additional help for that super class setup. Of course, Vegeta and Trunks is a pretty desired unit to get his Super ECA, so he can link up pretty well with some of these characters too, right? Oh, actually, they're not in here. But still, it will be a good addition to the team if we can get these guys to ECA, but I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know how they're gonna do it. I really wanted to do it, but for now, we will see, I guess. We're just gonna be stuck with only Fusion ZAMASU'S ECA. Which again, I don't see this pretty bad. I feel like he's decent. Let me see, it's for every unarmed super attack. When receiving an unarmed super attack. Even if you don't get all the key spheres, you still have the opportunity to get the 70%, right? So wouldn't be so bad, right? I still say that it's like pretty good, of course. So all right, well, let me know down in the comments below what you guys think about the Fusion ZAMASU ECA. Certainly expected them to do some other ECAs as well, but we'll see. I don't know if they're going to get these available, right? So we'll check things through, of course. We shall see if the other ECAs, you know, such as the Vegeta and Trunks are gonna come in. Hopefully, you know, maybe we can get those. We'll see. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys think regarding the details for this Zamasu. I seem to like him. I do want to see him a little bit more in game, so that way we get a bit more sort of like reassurance, as this character didn't get as much as I wanted in terms of stats. I really wanted them to, you know, get some good ordeal, right? Get some good numbers in, things like that. But I still see this pretty good. He might hit pretty hard, of course, with the whole massively racing attacks. That could be pretty impressive. So again, we'll see. Yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys think. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in the next video.